working as a lecturer in chemical engineering. I welcome you all to this lecture on accident prevention in process industries. Safety is everybody's concern. In industrial safety, it is a problem of the employees and a problem of the management and a problem for the society. If you see, within the past 10 or 20 years, there has been a large growth in chemical, petroleum and pharmaceutical industries. All these industries utilize very high pressures, high temperatures, enormous amount of stored energy. All these contributes for various hazard and risk. In order to prevent accidents, all the hazards have to be managed and the risks have to be analyzed. The major contribution for the accidents are the unsafe acts and unsafe conditions. The employees are the responsible for the unsafe acts and the machines, equipments and management is responsible for the unsafe conditions. Now look at the employees' unsafe act. They are working without helmets and shoes. Just imagine what will happen if the hammer slips and falls. Here see the temporary electricity provisions which has no proper connectors and insulations, which leads to unsafe condition. In the construction site, the props are not supported directly to the ground. It should not be supported with woods or bricks like this. This leads to the collapse of structures during concreting. If you see this block diagram, it is very evident what are the factors we have to look for the employee's side. In the process of selection of an employee, it is necessary to know their qualifications, experience and their performance in group discussions, interview and aptitude tests. This will be enable us to find out the employee's knowledge and skill. Coming to training, it is necessary to give safety orientation training, first aid training, emergency preparedness training and training on firefighting techniques. Another important factor is motivation. In order to achieve the self-actualization, it is necessary to satisfy their needs. Mainly the basic needs, security needs, social needs and esteem needs. All these needs has to be satisfied so that the self-actualization can be achieved. In supervision, it is better to have a line supervisor safety so that he will be able to identify the problems with the employees, their usage of PPEs, etc. and hence the unsafe acts can be avoided. Coming to discipline, the clerks' usage of PPEs and their general behavior in the premises like distracting, teasing, abusing, all this has to be identified and eradicated. In the selection of machines and equipment, the reputation of the manufacturer and the warranty conditions of the machineries and know-how technique to solve in case of any repairs, and also it should satisfy the standards provided by ISI or ISO. This will be helpful in preventing the machines and equipment's failure. Next, the design parameters are very important. All the tripping systems should be provided in case of overloading or erratic use of the machineries, and also for the provisions for fire alarms, safety relief valves, alarms in case of deviations from normal operations, fire water systems, guardings. All these things are essential and this has to be considered in the design factors. With regard to maintenance, the main advantage of maintenance is the life of the machines increased and breakdowns are reduced and also the unsafe conditions are eradicated. Usually there are three types of maintenance are followed in industries. One is preventive plant maintenance and another is predictive maintenance, and the third type and the oldest type of maintenance is shutdown maintenance. You may ask how these maintenance and accidents are related. There are three possibilities for accidents due to maintenance. One is failure to maintain, another is improper maintenance and the third one is during maintenance. Operation and control is another important factor that has to be followed through the job safety sheets and process hazard analysis so that the maintenance problems can be avoided. In the inspection, there are two types are followed. One is general safety inspection, which is done periodically, and the another is selective safety inspection, to find out the hidden hazards. Usually in the general safety inspection, the housekeeping, environment, fire protection, actions of people, machines, and the potential for major hazards, electricity, all are inspected. Now we shall see briefly what are the factors that has to be inspected during the inspection. If you take housekeeping, the upkeep of hand tools, water logging, orderly arrangement of machines are quite common in the inspection. In the environment, the major problem in the industrial premises is noise, lighting, vibration, ventilation, spillage of chemicals, and release of dust, fumes, gases. All these things has to be inspected. Coming to fire protection, the equipment should be kept right in position, that has to be inspected, and the conditions of the equipment as per the statutory norms, it has to be sent for certifications, and that has to be inspected. And also some of the firefighting equipments require ignition sources and tools, that also has to be nearly available, and that should be inspected. In the inspection of machines and equipments, first of all we have to see the provision and effectiveness of guards, and also the convenience of operation. In case of any emergencies, easy operation to switch on or switch off the machineries, and also the various relief systems that has to be inspected. Then coming to potential for major hazards, the common problem is toxic releases, all the high pressure areas and high temperature areas. If you take high pressure areas, the pressure gauges, the relief systems, and also the safety relief valves, all these requires inspection. Similarly, in the high temperature areas, all the thermometers and the relief systems has to be inspected. Coming to electricity, earthing is a common problem in many industries. So the earth leak circuit breakers, that requires inspection, and in case of overloading, the miniature circuit breakers come into play, that has to be inspected, and all the fuses, insulations, and relay systems has to be inspected. After the inspection, the documentation is essential, so it is a duty of the safety officer to submit the safety inspection report. It is available in ready-made formats according to their company's policy. Usually 3 copies of report is prepared, and 1 copy will be submitted to the department where the inspection is carried out, and the second copy will be sent to the personnel department, and the third copy will be retained by the safety department. Not only men and machines, and also some of the factors on the plant location and layout also contribute for accidents. In that case, mainly the geographical and natural criteria of the site has to be considered. Then hazardous properties of the raw materials and products has to be analyzed, and based on that the relief systems has to be erected during the commissioning of the plant. Then flow charts must be well analyzed with the experts, and also the pilot plants has to be set up. Then the emergency exit doors in case of any fire or toxic releases has to be provided. Foundations should be strong enough to bear earthquakes, explosion, and also in case of any shocks. The spacing between hazardous units has to be considered and satisfied according to the statutory norms and regulations. These are all the essential factors we should consider in the selection of plant, location, and layout. Once if we take care of all these factors, it is possible to run an industry without accidents. These are all the essential factors to be governed in running an industry, not only safely and also profitably. Apart from these, I would like to emphasize 5 E's on the accident prevention. The first E stands for engineering. That is nothing but planning and executing a job with proper design. The second E is for enforcement through strict compliance in following the rules and regulations, safe work procedures, safety specifications, and work permit systems. The third E stands for evaluation by plant inspection, safety audit, and accident investigation. The fourth E is education through safety training, first aid training, safety film shows, and firefighting training. The fifth E is nothing but enthusiasm through safety award scheme, safety competitions, and safety suggestions. I hope all you have enjoyed the lecture. Wish you all a safe and happy career. Thank you.